and he's the president of the New Zealand Nurses Organisation, and he's going to tell you a quick brief thing on Pharmac and medicine, workers' rights and unions. Rooks.
Kia ora. So you've probably heard we're all going to be richer thanks to this TPPA. John Key keeps telling us, and he's got an expert report he can point to last month, saying it here. It's the National Interest Analysis. So yes, he says the cost of medicines is going to go up. We'll go around to admitting it eventually. It's an issue dear to my heart as a nurse. And yes, he says trade deals do mean giving away part of your sovereignty to govern yourselves. But he says it's worth it in the end, because on balance, we're going to be better off. Now, you probably haven't heard him talk about what it means for workers' rights and rights at work, because John Key doesn't talk about unions very much. But it's in here too, in this expert report, where it says the TPPA commits this country and all the countries to upholding the International Labour Organisation standards, freedom of association, and that means the right for anyone to join a union without penalty, and the right to collective bargaining. That's what it says in the TPPA. These are fine words, right? But here's the thing. The United States, who's leading these negotiations, has been investigated by the International Labour Organisation over 40 times for breaching freedom of association provisions. In this country, the national government was founded in the 1990s to have broken our commitments under the ILO to freedom of association and collective bargaining with its Contract Act. They just ignored the ILO rulings. And why don't you tell the tallies workers who've been sacked for wearing union t-shirts that John Key signed up to defend their right to join a union? Why don't you tell the thousands of others at AFCO tallies who've been pushed onto draconian individual agreements that John Key has committed to protecting their right to collective bargaining? This stuff is just window dressing, just lip service. Now, some of you might have heard numbers bandied about for how much better off we're going to be thanks to this TPPA. 0.9% it says in here, growth in the economy by 2030. 2.7 billion extra dollars, nothing to be sneezed at. But does anyone know how they came up with these numbers? Well, it's in here, it's in a little footnote on page 23 if you want to look it up. It's pretty hard working out what's going to happen 15 years from now, so they made it a bit easier by making some assumptions. First they said, there's going to be no unemployment. Second, they said that every extra dollar that is earned in this country is going to be passed on in wages. I kid you not. These are the assumptions that they made, these experts made in writing the report. Now, that doesn't sound like New Zealand, it's because it's not. This is not an expert analysis of the National Impact Assessment for New Zealand. It's an assessment of some fantasy land the policy people have dreamed up in their imagination. But there is another report out last month from a team of economists in the States where they didn't make these stupid assumptions. And they found that yes, the economy will grow. They give it a smaller number, but it's going to grow. But here's the thing. They also found that the share of wealth going to wage and salary earners like you, like me, like the 47,000 people in my union, that's going to drop by 1.5% by 2025. So we are going to be poorer thanks to this TPPA. They also found people are going to lose their jobs. Some will find new ones, but unemployment's going to rise in this country by 5,000 thanks to this TPPA. So remember that. Next time you're told, it's okay that we're so trading away our sovereignty, it's okay the cost of medicines is going up because we're better off, because it's not true. And that's why unions like mine, the Nurses Organisation, is going to keep fighting this deal for as long as it takes. Thank you.